Retired Major General McGuire is now entering politics and running for Senate, but after 9/11, he led the Arizona National Guard through the biggest deployment since World War II. Nicole Kreitz has his story.
I was an F-16 instructor down at Tucson at the 162nd Fighter Wing.
Retired Major General McGuire had a most unusual assignment on 9/11.
I was one of just a couple of people that was night vision goggle qualified. Almost immediately I was sent home to go into crew rest.
That night and for the next 94 days straight, he flew night missions over the southwestern states, one of only 2 aircraft airborne for 500 miles in any direction.
I don't know if you remember, but we shut down all air travel for 72 hours. And as a guy that had been a pilot my whole career, it was such an eerie feeling. It was like the whole world came to a stop.
He helped activate the Alert Readiness Facility at Davis-Monthan Air Force Base.
Got live missiles literally moved, and we trucked them over to DM and loaded up live ordnance on the aircraft, and they're still there today.
Live missiles and fighter jets on standby non-stop.
They've been on 24/7, haven't skipped a shift since 9/11, not one day.
We spoke right before the withdrawal of American forces from Afghanistan and subsequent fall of the country to the Taliban.
If you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there.
McGuire served in the first Gulf War that lasted only 42 days with a clear objective.
Eject all Iraqi forces from Kuwait as rapidly as possible with as little loss of life. Winning hearts and minds and nation building, some of those kind of things becomes very, very difficult.
Something he saw firsthand leading troops in the region a decade later.
One of my airmen came up to me. I was a colonel at the time. Colonel, well, when are we going to win the war on terror?
And that was 10 years ago. This past year stretched our military well beyond combat and peacekeeping missions.
I was the commanding general of the largest mobilization of the National Guard since 1942.
McGuire had his 8,300 guardsmen deployed on 5 major assignments, from continued overseas missions to COVID test site setup, Black Hawk flights running supplies to the reservation. He sent teams south to the border to help agents with the surge of immigrants and shipped hundreds to California for wildfire rescues. Nearly 1,500 others got called up to keep the peace as protesters clashed with police in civil unrest.
All 5 of those things going simultaneously.
Regardless of where you're deployed, he knows being away from home takes a toll on the military family.
It's an amazing sacrifice that the families make.
Missed days and months, memories and milestones.
In August of 1990, I deployed. My wife, Debbie, was 6 months pregnant. I came home March 1st, 1991. We had a 4-month-old daughter.
Not to mention the stress of the unknowns.
We are a professional group that trains to fight and win wars. Our tactical mission is to put warheads on foreheads. We feel confident that we're the best at it. But if you're at home wondering about that, you get nervous. The families are owed a great debt of gratitude.
McGuire says in these changing times, our military is our constant, always at the ready, serving strangers unseen unconditionally. And even when taken for granted, the commitment is unwavering, dedicated to protect these United States of different backgrounds and opinions, so we have the freedom to challenge our neighbors to live a life greater than ourselves.
We're part of the greatest team in the history of the world.